Hello and a happy Thursday afternoon to you. This is First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas. We are making it toward the end of the work week. One more day to go. Thursday has not been a bad day. It's been interesting this week, kind of the bouncing around. Monday, blue sky, sunshine. It was so nice out there. Tuesday, we had the cloud cover, a few light showers. Then yesterday, we were back to blue sky, sunshine. And today, well, you can see it right behind me here. And certainly you can see it if you head outdoors. Cloud cover ahead of an approaching system, which we'll get to in just a minute. We've got a couple clippers headed our direction. But more than that, we have some very cold air moving into the region. Coldest we have seen easily so far this season. The numbers, overnight lows are going to have a couple nights where you could drop down to the teens, afternoon highs 20s to low 30s, especially as we get toward your Saturday. And again, as mentioned, with a couple of clippers moving in, opportunities for light scattered showers, a wintry mix tomorrow morning, and then again Friday night into Saturday. And it's that second system, the one that's moving in Friday night, Saturday, that provides that opportunity for maybe some light accumulations in some locations. I'm going to go ahead and pop up full screen here. You can see a little better look at that cloud cover we have right now across the region. I'm going to jump ahead here and take a look at our current temperatures. Now, despite the cloud cover, most areas are above the norm temperature-wise for this time of year. Typically, we're in the low to mid 40s for average high temperatures here as we look across the region. What we're seeing now is as warm as 55 in Sisseton, 50 for Detroit Lakes and Fargo. How about looking over to our west there, Bismarck at 60 degrees right now. Meanwhile, Baudette, Langdon in the upper 30s. Okay, so with the cloud cover, these temperatures warming, they're aided by a southerly breeze. Not too windy out there, but certainly you've got that breeze and you're feeling it. Satellite and radar, we do have some light showers right now. Very light moving through the northernmost portions of the region, northeast North Dakota, as well as northwest Minnesota, portions of the Red River Valley as well. And again, these showers are light. But keeping those temperatures a little bit cooler as opposed to the rest of the area. A little sunshine trying to sneak in the westernmost portion of the region. In other words, you got Langdon, you got Rolla. Could see a few breaks in the clouds, but by and large there we are looking generally cloudy. Here's what we've got for you. First alert weather days, and actually two of them, Friday and Saturday. That cold surge is going to move in really later in the day tomorrow, and again, stick around all weekend and through Monday, plus that opportunity for our first snow across parts of the region. We'll break this down for you in just 1 second. First of all, here's what we've got for you. First alert weather days, as mentioned, lightest snow accumulations are expected in our westernmost areas, and this is what we've been really focusing on throughout the week. We've been looking at weather models have all come into agreement that the best chance for seeing any measurable snow is going to come in our western areas. So let's start this afternoon as we watch those light rain showers move through. By the time we get to late afternoon, evening, showers are out for a brief period. Now look at tomorrow morning. We have some showers moving in, both snow, mix, and rain pushing through the region. It's going to be very light, that precipitation. So even where you see those shades of blue, they're indicating where we might see a little bit of snow. No accumulation certainly expected, just more a couple snow showers, a few snowflakes coming down. But look at the time period. We're looking right around 7 o'clock here. So for that morning commute, certainly you should look in northeast North Dakota, but I think Grand Forks, Fargo, Moorhead, and northwest Minnesota also susceptible to getting some light showers. So that morning commute could come with very light rain or a very light mix out there. That is the biggest impact. Those showers move out pretty fast. For Friday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, we might actually sneak in some sunshine. In fact, I think most areas will see some sun. Not going to be perfectly blue sky, but I think at times partly cloudy. You look off to our west and you see that next weather system. Now, this is our graph model. This is kind of the one that's not European, not American. This is one that we often use as we get closer to a system. Often does a better job of kind of tracking our system. Not always, but it's one that we start to look at as we get closer. Notice that second system, at least this weather model, keeping the snow in our westernmost locations. What I believe is going to happen is I believe between Friday night and Saturday, a little discrepancy in what I think compared to that weather models. I think most areas are going to see, at least if nothing else, a few light snow flurries. But again, I think where we might see that measurable snow is going to come in our westernmost areas. Now you look at Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday, we have some clearing. Then it looks like as we get towards Sunday afternoon, easternmost areas, Minnesota, at least in our region, Bemidji, Baudette, could see a couple snowflakes there on Sunday. But by and large, it does look like from Saturday afternoon through Sunday is going to be quiet. So here's what we've got for you. Expected snowfall starting at 6 p.m. this evening through 9 a.m. Notice Very light snow coming down. None of it actually expected to accumulate on the ground. Then we get a break here. No real addition of snow as we head toward the afternoon hours on Friday. Then we get to the evening and Saturday morning. Here comes that next round. Now this model we're looking at for the expected snow is our European model. Notice a trace of snow in a few spots. You've got that 0 to 1 around the Devil's Lake Basin. So what we're expecting is a lot of the snow, it's not going to be a whole lot of snow, but the snow that does come down, much of it going to melt on contact in the ground. Now, we've been talking about this week, but I do think there is that opportunity as we get into Saturday morning, late morning, early afternoon before the system exits, that we could see enough snow come down to where we might see up to an inch in some locations. Not going to stick around very long. In fact, any snow that we do see that sticks to the ground is going to pretty quickly, I think, disappear within several hours. So again, even if we do see that, not going to stick around very long. While I do think just about the entire area does get some snow, again, as far as accumulating snow, the odds are very low at this point. So with that in mind, we'll take a look at our model comparison. Again, European model versus that graph model. And again, both showing the best chance of seeing any measurable snow in those westernmost areas. But again, I think a few flakes will fly across just about the entire region. Friday morning, now let's focus on this cold air. 27, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning in Langdon. 36 Fargo, 35 Wahpeton, 40 Siston. So a lot of mid-30s. Now look what happens. So this is tomorrow morning. We've got that strong north wind ushering colder air. By tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, in just about all locations, the temperature has actually dropped. We'll get a little sunshine out there. It's still going to be breezy, but again, warmer tomorrow morning than tomorrow afternoon. You're really going to feel it out there. Again, the coldest air we've seen so far this season, certainly for that afternoon high on Friday. We've got variably cloudy, which means a mix of sun and clouds. Wind gust up to 30 miles per hour, and you can see in Fargo. We've got 25, or 35, I should say, cloudy 9 a.m., 34 noon, 34 3 p.m., and 33 at 4 p.m. Saturday morning, here you go. Couple teens for lows there, Roseau, Langdon, 18 and 19 respectively. You see that layer of low 20s, mid 20s, and that's what most of the region is going to see. But because we are going to have a wind out of the north, just a breeze out there, nothing too strong, but it's going to make it feel like teens and even maybe single digits on Saturday morning in many locations. Now the temperature trend as we look ahead, notice the high on Saturday, 31 degrees. 33 on Sunday, 38 Monday. So about a 4-day window here where we do have those high temperatures in the 30s. And again, I think Sunday morning, Monday morning as well, we're going to have a few locations where we are going to see those wind chill values. It's going to feel like the single digits out there. So truly chilly air, at least the first taste of it making its way into our region Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Now look at Tuesday, Veterans Day. We see a nice improvement. Temperatures warming up to 48 degrees. I think we'll see some sunshine, partly cloudy on Tuesday. And the reality is, as we look at the rest of next week, we're back in the mid-40s, upper 40s, even a few lower 50s as we get toward the end of the next week. So again, we've got this window here, about 4 days, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, where we're going to be pretty chilly. We're going to see that opportunity for some light snow, in particular Friday night, early Saturday. And then once we get past that and start getting into next week, we're back in the 40s and 50s. So again, just a taste, just a short window of the colder air before we jump back up above normal once again. You know there's going to be more of that cold, plenty of it on the way down the road, but again, we'll just take this little hit and take that jump back up into the 40s and low 50s next week. I hope you have a wonderful evening.